Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, WBC Super Lightweight Championship this Saturday at Brooklyn Barclays Center. Let's get into it. Devin Haney is a big ass favorite for this fight. Minus 1100 is as big as you can find it, depending on which book you're tracking. However, Ryan Garcia, many would describe him as a live dog in this fight. I'm not entirely sure. However, he does have some physical advantages here. Before we get to that, let's talk a little bit about the mental. Ryan Garcia has been wilding on Twitter. He's been trying to make this personal. He's been trying to bait a lot of people into thinking a lot of different things. A lot going on that we probably shouldn't get into for the duration of moving this conversation along. Ryan Garcia even pissed off Devin Haney enough to the point where he pushed him when they confronted each other Tuesday on top of the Empire State Building. And Devin Haney, he did push Vasily Lomachenko, but he's not somebody who does that very often. Physically, you're looking at two boxers with similar height and reach, both around 5'8", both around 70-inch reach. Devin Haney with a slight advantage, but ultimately that's not going to make too much of a difference in this fight as far as I'm concerned. And despite the fact that Ryan Garcia has a much higher knockout percentage, is known for his speed, so you would give him the advantage in power and speed over Devin Haney. Devin Haney's still the favorite, and that tells you about his ability, because his ability is really coming off the counterpunching. He's an elite defensive fighter, counterpuncher, one of the absolute best and one of the hardest guys to hit. So as far as picks for this fight, I have two that I really like. You could argue that Devin Haney has beaten the best 7 or 8 or so guys as far as the competition when you combine resumes between these two fighters. And one of them was Regis Prograis, who Devin Haney just beat in December. He knocked him down in round 3 and dominated every minute of that fight. Ryan Garcia is somebody who was dropped in round 2 against Gervonta Tank Davis. Different level of power punch than Devin Haney for sure, but still dropped in round 2, dropped in round 7, ultimately stopped in round 7 of that fight a year ago, dropped by Luke Campbell famously earlier in his career, got up off the canvas and was able to knock him out, but still dropped a few times in his career. We're going to go over half a knockdown, minus 110. I think that a lot of people, rightfully so, are going to bet Devin Haney to win by decision. I will concede it is the smartest play on the board. It is the safest play on the board. Devin Haney by decision, minus 160, minus 180, depending on where you look. I want to play Devin Haney by knockout, technical knockout, either or. But I think it's going to be late. The reason why we get to Devin Haney by knockout is because I think Ryan Garcia is going to push the pace very early. He's going to try to be the aggressor. He's going to quickly realize he doesn't have the answers to hit Devin Haney consistently, because Devin Haney's so good defensively. He's a sharp counterpuncher, and Devin Haney, I think, is going to counterpunch him to death. And oh, by the way, I think because this is personal, he's going to make it a point to be the aggressor in some spots where you don't normally expect it. And I don't think Ryan Garcia is going to have a lot of answers even for that. And as the fight wears on, I think Devin Haney is going to break down Ryan Garcia more than we've seen him break down others, beat him in a submission, and get the stoppage, accumulation of punishment, stoppage late. So with that being said, Devin Haney by knockout or technical knockout, plus 400 is going to be my other bet for this fight. I think Devin Haney could get the stoppage more than people are talking about, more than people expect. I agree, decision, probably the wise bet. But I really think he can get this knockout, and he's going to try to get this knockout. He said as much, and you could just tell. Devin Haney, I think he gets a late stoppage here. That's all we have for today. Make sure that if you do bet, track your picks on the Action Network app, and we have more fights up coming at you very soon. Thank you for watching.